Hello EPs in Austria. Today's video I would like to start with the question, is there life after future? I think it's a quite valid question because we've been working quite hard to reach this stage of future conference because we sent our EPs and leaders there and also the new members of AIESEC. Yeah, but what happens after this? Yeah, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do until Christmas holiday? Of course, this was my question as well. And when I came to the office on Tuesday, I have had a look at the exchange numbers until now. Yeah. So I prepared this chart for you as well, so that you can have a look at it. So this is the stand until today, 19th of November. So I'm only talking about Q4 here. Yeah. First, I've done the TNs and the EPs and raise, match, realize. Yeah. This should be quite common to you by now. So until today, we have actually 13 TNs realized, 3 matched and 13 raised, 3 matched, 6 realized. Sorry for the interruption. On the EP side we have 4 raised, 2 matched and 3 realized. Yeah? So this means that in total in Q4 we have 9 realizations, which is quite good compared to last year's. Then I've also thought, okay, but this is until today, but what am I going to work until the end of December on? And for this I have had a look on the forms that are available and are matched in the system, so TNs and EPs. And I've checked when their realization or on the starting date of the internships and when the EPs want to leave are. So I have had a look at them. And this is what came out. So from the TN realizations, the forms that are matched right now, 5 from them would start in the next weeks or early December. 12 from the available forms that we have in the system would need to get realized actually by mid-December. Concerning the EPs, 2 from the matched ones are going to leave before the end of December, and concerning the available forms we have 10 which would need to be realized before the 12th of December. So this means that if I count of how many TNs are going to be realized by the end of December, we come to the number of 17. Yeah? So all of these forms, 17 are going to be realized. If I add to the number that we have until now on realized, this is 6, so it comes from above, we would end up with a TN realizations of 23 by the end of December. Concerning the EPs, so these two numbers would end up to 12. Yeah? So these 12 forms would be realized by the end of December. Plus I add up to it the 3 that have been realized until now, then I would end up with a number of 15. Yeah? So we would have 23 TN realizations and 15 EP realizations by the end of December. These two numbers add up again to 38, which would give us a total 38 as realizations of Q4, which is a very super number. Yeah? Now, what you have to do to achieve this? Yeah? Obviously, as you can see, a lot of the forms are still unavailable, which would need to be matched. So, match them please. Yeah? Match them please and make sure that they get realized by the end of December. And then we have achieved the 38. Cool. But of course you could have the question, who is going to do this? Yeah? It's not you alone as a VP who have to do this, but you're going to have your members, and by now you should. Yeah? You have the newest who are in the teams allocated and who are just waiting to actually raise and match. Okay? I have counted together with Katrin how many newest we have in each area. So as you can see, we have AIESEC, OJEX, selling, and the projects. These are the people who are actually able to provide exchange experiences that we would like to see. So let me take you through a bit of a calculation. Yeah? Imagine that there are 8 people, yeah, who each of them raises 2 TNs, matches them and realizes them. So this would mean that we would come up with a number of 16 experiences. In the OJX team, if 5 people, yeah, each of them takes care of 3 people and make sure that these people go on exchange, you would end up with 16 experiences provided in the whole country. The selling team, who of course should go and raise partnerships, but they should definitely focus a lot on raising TNs as well. If 11 people raise 2 TNs each, we would end up with 22. In the project area, if 4 people work on exchange and 6 on selling and raising TNs, they would 10 people would make sure that 20 experiences are provided, that we have 20 realizations. If I add up these numbers, we come up to 73. Yeah? And imagine now, which is a huge number, imagine that we add this 73 to the 30 realizations that we have by now. Yeah? If I add a quarter 3 and quarter 4, it's 30 realizations plus the 73. Imagine what the number is, 103 exactly. So if you think about it, it's not so much work. Yeah? Each of you, each one person can raise really 2 TNs. That's realistically saying, because I've seen that you've done this in the past. So two TNs, raising, matching it, and realizing it is not a problem. Sending out 3 people, making sure that a good experience is also not a big deal, and you can do it because it happened in the past. So I really encourage you to think about this number and see that these things happen. Yeah? Because we can achieve this 100 that we were talking about at NK2. And we are close to it, and I've seen that you've been working on it now, but we still need to make sure that our newies focus on it as well and make their job. And 2 and 3 is not a problem. Cool. So what are your next steps? Yeah? Make sure that the team members that you have in the AIESEC and selling areas, that they really do go on meetings, yeah? And make sure that each of them raises at least 2 TNs. Then concerning the OGX teams, make sure that the people who are in the OGX team, that they put the EPs that want to go on exchange in January, February in the EP tracking tool, and that they keep track of how they're doing with the matching. But also make sure that there's an internal promotion of exchange going on. Also, I would suggest for your OGX team to think of how we can do a better recruitment next time in concerning EPs, how we can attract these people more and make sure that they go on exchange. And last but not least, also please make sure that if you have realizations happening, that you put the forms in the system on realize, because I've seen that some of the forms that are matched and should have been put on realize are not. So don't forget about this. Yeah. Thank you very much for your attention. Keep the calculations in mind. I'm sure we can achieve that 100. Have a nice day. Look at the awards. Maybe you're gonna win one of these. Enjoy. Ciao.